to FloCheer Radio, your one and only weekly podcast where we talk all things all-star, cheer, and dance. I'm Jessica Baker.
I'm Leah Motley.
And I'm Lindsay Perry.
Always telling jokes, a.k.a. my earphone fell out.
That's
throughout.
great.
I always have technical tragedies throughout.
That's okay.
Keeping it fresh.
What makes it fun.
Yeah.
How's your week going, ladies?
Good.
Just thriving?
Yeah.
It's going really well.
I know. It's like a whirlwind. My summer just keeps going by faster and faster.
Mm-hmm. Jess, I want a house update.
Oh, yes. Oh, I should have given you a picture.
Okay.
We'll
We'll share it later.
Yes, I actually, so I've been really sad because we're really behind and we went in yesterday and the floors were completely done.
Yay!
They did it all in one day. Yes, I know.
There's floors.
They look
tear
incredible.
Fell from my eye.
Yeah.
It was really exciting. So
Yeah.
Very, very exciting.
I know. I'm excited for you. It's been such a long process, and it's exciting to like watch these things come together.
Yeah.
finally.
We're going to have to do
What
a
about you
crib
guys?
style tour.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have to do
Once
a tour.
it's-
Oh my
Once
gosh.
it's done,
A crib
100%.
tour.
Yes. And you can follow me on my Instagram because I always give little updates on the
Yeah.
renovations.
Yeah.
Her
Live
story
like
is
a
fun.
redhead. So live like a redhead. Check it out, and we've got all my stuff on there. So what's going on with you guys? Why are you so just glowy today?
I have nothing
Yeah.
exciting.
Me neither. You're fostering a cute little kitchen.
I know, and
Same.
she still needs a home. Somebody at the house is trying to keep her, but
my.
it's not me.
funny.
And so I
Your other
have
cats?
to. Yes, the other cats want a little sister. So I'm
adopted her.
like, no,
cute.
guys, I have to like sit them down and explain to them that
sister's
she's
leaving.
only here for a little while, and then she's gonna go to a forever home.
That's sweet.
And but yeah, she's adorable and she loves to cuddle. So it's hard, but she's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I have like really no life updates. Like,
That's a lie.
Just
Didn't you just
such a generic week.
get some new Nike slides?
Oh, you're right.
Oh, big update over here,
no.
guys.
Sorry, I was trying to help you. I just
No, okay, yeah. I really wanted like some
new
slides.
shoes.
I wear my husband's around the house, and he's like a size 13, so I like fall everywhere. And they like, as I'm walking, they fall off, and he's like, "Why don't you just go buy some?" I was like,
that's
That's
too easy.
probably a good idea.
"Fair." So I got some.
Oh,
so
gosh.
yeah.
See, updates.
What an exciting life I lead.
No updates, but I do have a random question.
Oh, no.
For you guys.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Like I said,
I'm
no
gonna
math
ask like a
questions.
random question to them like every day before we actually get into some news. So here's the random question, and I think you guys will enjoy this one. What is, you guys know what power colors are, right?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like the one color that makes you feel like you
Yeah.
are invincible.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
What is your power color?
royal blue.
Usually green, but I feel like I'm transitioning to yellow.
I feel like yours is
Yeah,
like you
I
do a lot
agree.
of like emerald green.
Yes,
like
that's my
bright
color.
emerald green. But
Yes.
yes, yellow is definitely like your secondary
I'm
power
so
color.
jealous
vibes.
that you can pull off yellow. I look.
Oh, I don't know if I can. I
no,
just
you
like it.
can.
You can pull off
You
yellow
can,
for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
good.
cannot. Like,
Oh, I'm sure you can. What color was yours?
royal blue.
Royal blue, definitely.
That's a good like that's a. I feel
It's
like
a
that's
calm
a very
color.
grounded color.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like I feel really confident and comfortable.
Yeah.
And and it's like bright, and so it's like fun, but it's not too crazy. What about you?
What was yours?
Mine, I didn't say mine yet.
I know yours. Can I say what yours is?
Yeah.
Red.
Yes.
Is it red?
Yeah.
It's red. It's any form of red.
Yep.
It's like burgundy in the winter and
Oh.
like bright red in the summer. For sure, red is 100% my power color.
I agree.
I'm actually wearing a yellow dress to a wedding in like 2 weeks. So we'll see if
Oh.
I can pull it
Oh,
off.
you've got this.
We'll see what
Yes.
happens.
Yellow
I
is a
love
great
it.
color
But
for
anyway,
everyone.
that was my random question.
That was fun. I was really scared. I was like, oh, am I going to know the answer? What kind of question is this? This I feel better now.
A random lifestyle question.
Oh, yes. And guys, we've got all kinds of fun things happening. We're just going to go over some basic news, talk about some USASF updates. We're going to be going to the conference coming up.
Yep.
We're going to go through our segments, got a little bit of U.S. national team news, and
Yeah.
let's just jump right into it.
All right.
So, exciting news right now is Varsity TV every year does this competition, kind of fan voting thing called Cheerleader's Choice. And it's always really fun to follow along. But basically, fans can nominate their favorite all-star programs throughout this little nomination period. But today, they just announced
The top 20.
Yeah, the top 20 finalists that are
Yeah.
going to a vote.
What do we got?
So quickly to read through it, there's Bullet Athletics, California All-Stars, Central Jersey All-Stars, Champion Cheer, Cheer Extreme, ECE, ICE, Infinity Athletics, Long Island Cheer, Magic All-Stars, Memphis Cheer, Mississippi Spirit, Nor'easter, Storm All-Stars, Premier Athletics, Rockstar Cheer, Spirit Extreme, Spirit Zone, Stingray All-Stars, Woodlands Elite, and Zone Cheer All-Stars.
Wow. Lots of good ones.
Yeah, and there's 8 D2 programs as well, which I really love.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're from all over the place.
Yeah, they're literally
Northeast,
all over the map.
The West Coast. That's cool.
That's awesome.
So what do we do next? So after these teams are nominated, what's our next step?
So basically you can go over to Varsity TV. You can vote once a day. And ultimately 5 of these programs will be chosen to be featured sometime throughout the season.
Cool.
And
fun.
was it I think 2 years ago World Cup won.
Yes.
And they did the film on Shooting
with World
Stars.
Cup and F5.
It was it was at NCA the year that they won Worlds.
Yep.
So it's really cool, and I think it's just a really fun opportunity for gyms, and everybody kind of loves boat stuff. So anyway, I thought that was cool, so I just kind of wanted to bring that up.
Get your votes in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so go vote if you want to see any of those programs in the top 5.
Love it. And I know that we've had like a hot item on social this week, the
Yes.
USASF social guidelines.
Yep.
So I was talking to one of the USASF representatives, and they were saying, it's time for memberships for renewals.
Yeah.
So people are reading through new paperwork and things are resurfacing. And actually the social guidelines that a lot of people are talking about have there's not a lot of updates and things have always been there.
Yeah.
People have just kind of started conversation about it. So we're actually working on having someone come on the show in the next couple of weeks. The national conference is next week, so everybody is super wrapped up in that right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But afterwards, we're going to have someone on to talk about kind of the importance of social and how they come up with these different guidelines.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
really
really cool.
exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait to dive into that a little bit more, and it's kind of funny how some of these things resurface.
Oh,
that
yeah.
are
Right,
like,
I know, right?
It seems like people forget, and then all of a sudden, because everyone's getting
yeah.
ready for the season and stuff, it's like everyone's all of a sudden like, oh my gosh.
Right? No, but we were talking about this last week with the majors, how everybody's like always surprised California All-Stars don't come to the majors. So
But it's
like
a
the
new
same
thing every single year.
It's
Yeah.
just like a revisited thing. But yeah, I'm excited to have USASF. It's always fun to have them on
We
the
always
podcast.
have them on here. Yep.
And we've been making our schedule since we're going to cover the conference. We're going to do a little bonus podcast.
Yeah.
Fun.
Next week, what are we doing? Next Friday? Next Saturday?
Yes, one of those days.
Yes. One of those days.
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
when we
I will
find
not
time.
be there, unfortunately, but
just be me.
Oh, wait,
Jeff.
where are you going to be?
I
yeah.
am going to be vacationing on the Virgin Islands. I'm really excited. Yeah,
That'll
it's
be
our
Another
first
vacation?
anniversary.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Which
so-
one is that? Is that, don't they have it's like wood?
I think it's paper.
paper.
Yeah.
So are you
Anniversary
going to do like a
gift.
paper themed gift?
We should crowdsource ideas right
Okay.
now. 'Cause I'm not good at that.
A journal.
Oh.
Draw a picture.
Yeah.
Fridge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I
nice.
could do that. I don't see him journaling, but
Maybe not.
that's
fun,
But
though.
yeah, so that should be really fun, and I'm kind of jealous of y'all. There's so many
really excited.
cool classes and stuff.
I know.
Yeah,
that's-
we were
we
going
were-
through the schedule yesterday, and there's so many different classes, and we were like,
score sheet previews.
oh yeah, that's going to
Yes.
be a big one.
I'm looking through some of the things we're going to go to.
What else
Just
are
the
we doing?
rules updates, dance rules updates. There's some sessions on addressing bullying,
Yeah.
contagious marketing.
Yes, I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, that'll be a great one.
There's also one about the new club divisions, the club
Yes.
division scoring. So that's going to be really, really cool to see. Because I know a lot of people are interested in how those divisions are going to get scored.
Yes.
So that's
We've
awesome.
got mental health awareness, which will be
Oh,
interesting.
yeah, for sure.
I know one of the big topics that we cover a lot in articles or people talk about are mental blocks,
Yes.
and things like that. So
That
I
is
hope
so
that there's some
huge.
things to
and
cover there.
Yeah, that's so huge. I feel like it's such a big part of cheering is getting new skills and kind of most of the time your body's ready to do it and your mind is what's holding you back. So I think that's awesome that USASF is putting together a class to help coaches address that and help their athletes get through it.
Yep.
For sure. So we're excited. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
we're
gonna be so fun.
planning our time for the podcast too. So we'll let you guys know. Just follow us on social.
Yeah, for sure.
So another thing, I don't know if y'all noticed, but ring ceremonies are happening. Like everybody's planning them.
Yes.
And I think they are so fun because back in the day when I was cheering, they weren't really a thing.
It was not really a thing.
No, no.
I'm not sure there were rings actually, even at that time. In some
Yeah.
cases, it was
Right.
you got your trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun how teams kind of make it an event to kind of acknowledge all their success
Right.
and the season that they've had. And I think it's really fun. What SXX?
Yeah, SSX
right?
just had theirs. I just pulled up a picture of them. They did their ring ceremony,
so cute.
and it was so cute because they were all dressed in white.
I love that.
So they were matching, and they all wore their medals, and they did like a little photo shoot. I think there's another one where they did a picture of them all like in front of this giant globe, which is really cool because worlds, obviously. But yeah, I love ring ceremonies, and I think it's cool it's kind of an end of the season banquet, but just for your team, to celebrate that team's success. And then, then you obviously have your big gym end of the season banquet. But it's really nice to be able to kind of get together with that team that you shared that moment with, one more time, just to like celebrate it again and get your rings. It's really, really sweet.
Well, and then after Worlds, sometimes it's like, that's the end.
Yeah. And then it's like 2 weeks later, it's tryouts.
Yeah.
And it's a new team.
It's cool because these happen a little bit later because it takes time for the rings to come in. So it kind of brings the team back together. It's so I think that's a really cool element.
Wasn't it, I don't know if it was last year, California All-Stars Black Ops, didn't they have their ring ceremony over like Thanksgiving break so that the people that moved on to college came back and were able to like be home during break and get their rings?
Fun.
Yeah,
and it
really
elevates kind of the accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes that you win, you move on, but this like is something memorable that you can keep forever. And I know in cheerleading and actually a lot of sports, wearing all the rings is a big deal.
Yes.
Big deal.
So
I know. I love like back. It used to be more jackets.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't wear multiple jackets, right?
All the time.
Just like, what is that movie?
I mean, I don't know about you, but in Pennsylvania, we wore.
Yeah.
Lindsay's like, I read them all.
But yeah, so it's really fun to be able to wear rings, and it's like you can show that sort of accomplishment, like in any setting, in any weather. Like it's not just like
totally
all
fine.
weather
Well, because I lived in Texas, so I'm like, I had about a solid month when like those big puffy jackets were like, those big leather sleeves. They're hot.
Yeah.
And so I think it's awesome that rings are like a thing now. But yeah, I think it's so cool to be able to calm down and like let time pass and really reflect on that accomplishment with your team.
And the things that they throw into these ceremonies, like they do like a picture day, which is really fun, and they all dress the same, or they have scholarships. Some teams like even like pool their money together and they have a scholarship for a leader on the team. We could probably have a whole podcast talking about just different
ring
ways to come up with cool
banquet ideas.
Yeah, banquet ideas. Maybe we should someday. But anyways, something that's trending right now.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Speaking of trending, I think it's time for everybody's favorite segment.
Is it everyone's favorite segment?
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I'm a little bit offended, Megan. No, I'm just
kidding. First, before we go into my segment, I always love social media. I'm finding a bunch of stuff that I think is hilarious and makes me giggle. So my segment is called @Lindsay, and before we actually go into that, I'm going to reveal. Because last week we played 2 truths and a lie. So we're going to reveal what my lie was. But before we do that, my 3 things, so my 2 truths and my 1 lie. My favorite color is pink. I love the Dallas Cowboys, and I used to play the saxophone. So my favorite color is pink. As you can see, my laptop is pink, so that is true. I really did used to play the saxophone.
That's the one I doubted.
But based on this poll, if you guys want to see the poll, a lot of people thought that was the lie, but I promise I played the saxophone up until like junior year of high school.
I need a picture.
Yeah, I'm with them. I also was like, I know,
and nobody believes me, but my sister played the drums and my dad played the guitar. So it would be like me, my sister, and my dad having jam sessions.
You had a family band.
In our we had a family band in the basement. So I used to play the saxophone, even though everyone thinks that was the lie. That is actually true. And the lie is that my favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys because I am from right outside of Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is where I spent most of the
So did you plan that? That's
no, I didn't plan that.
Really
but no, I
good.
am 100% a diehard Eagles fan. So Megan, I'm sorry to say, but the rivalry lives on on FloCheer Radio.
Yeah. So I am a gigantic Dallas Cowboys fan. I've grown up loving them as much as she's grown up loving the Eagles. So yeah, we have a little rivalry there.
Yep. Well,
but it's friendly.
Who won the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Jess knows nothing about
Jess
football.
literally watched me sobbing at an event when we watched the Super Bowl that
was
weekend.
entertaining. I was really watching you, not the game.
That's
was pretty true.
You could tell by my reaction who won the Super Bowl.
That was good.
Okay, so my lie is that I love the Dallas Cowboys. That is a 100% lie.
Mm-hmm.
So
I still think you should have played the
saxophone.
Yeah,
I should
in the intro here.
We'll see.
I know.
I'll have to get my hands on one.
Bring a saxophone.
Bring a saxophone.
I will rent the saxophone for you.
Okay, and I'll play something.
Done.
All right, you heard it here first. I'm playing the saxophone next week.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that was my 2 truths and a lie. But what I wanted to show everyone that I saw on social media that was really, really sweet. Jade from Cheer Athletics Panthers, I guess she was going through the world's archives on our site or something and found this one little video of Parky, one of the World Cup Shooting Stars coaches, congratulating her. And I'm going to pause it because if you see it right here, she's literally said, if you look closely, you'll see Parky congratulating me. He's the first person to give me a hug. So that was just really, really sweet. And she thanked us for capturing that moment, which I thought was awesome.
That's really sweet.
I think that's great. And that's one thing that I really do love about all of these World's teams and World's experiences. Like everybody really is
so happy.
Yes. Like so happy for each other. And like to even get there, like the sportsmanship across the board has been so great to see.
Yeah,
so.
and especially in the large senior division, which is obviously everyone has their favorites, and it's so competitive every single season. And so for them to be so happy when a different team wins is really, really awesome.
And I think that's heavily led by the coaches. Yes, very good 100%. Examples of team sportsmanship.
I know, I love that.
Oh, and Angela actually said that Parky, fun fact everyone, Parky was the only male athlete to have ever won an NCAA national championship while on Cheer Athletics Panthers in 1996.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What?
So that's a fun fact that we learned.
There you go. That's amazing.
So now everyone knows. So if that's a good trivia question.
That is a phenomenal trivia question. Like you can just like save that for later. That's awesome.
I'll put a pin in it.
Yes, put a pin in it. I'm glad you listened to the podcast.
Oh, of course.
It's like my favorite go-to thing.
Putting a pin in it.
So what else did you see on social?
What else did I see? That was it.
That was it?
Yeah, okay. That was all I saw.
You have 2.
I gave you 2.
What was the first one?
The 2 truths and a lie.
Oh. She saw her own tweet on social.
I saw my tweet.
She was the highlight, okay? Did you not get that?
Well, you know what? Fair. You are my highlight, Lindsay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We have more highlights. U.S. national team.
Yes.
That's one of the big things in the news. Competing outside the U.S. for the first time.
Yeah. So in the Winter Olympics, that was just an exhibition.
Yes,
like
and everybody was like, they're competing.
Yeah.
And you're like, no,
it was
no.
not a competition.
Yeah, it was purely just performance-based and entertainment-based. So this is the first time they are ever competing outside of the United States, which is super exciting. To me, this is like a huge moment in cheer.
Huge deal.
Yeah. But it's a little, the way that this is set up and how the athletes that are eligible to compete is a little different.
Yeah, it's a little bit more strict.
Yeah.
And it's not the same team that we saw at ICU World.
Right.
It's a different team that comes together for
Yes. And the reason behind that is, you have them, right?
Oh, yes.
I
didn't want to cut you off. So the
Tell
reason,
us, Megan.
you have to be enrolled in a university or a recent graduate within the past year, and you also have to be 25 years or younger. So that kind of makes sure that it's sort of an even like participation group across the different countries and everything else. And I think there's a GPA element as well.
There's some sort of a GPA requirement also.
Yeah, so it's really exciting.
Which is great because it's university, so obviously they're trying to promote, good scholars and
Yep. To me, this is how
well-rounded
other sports function, right?
Yes, right,
like
exactly.
this is exactly the same kind of requirements and ways that other sports work. So to me, this is such a huge indicator of where our sport's going.
And even if you are a cheerleader in college, you have to maintain a certain GPA. So it's good that they're also bringing that requirement into competing at the World University Championship.
Right.
And one thing I really want to mention is these are all college students, and so they are raising money to go on this trip because it is completely self-funded. There's not like any sort of money bank for them to pull up. So they are needing donations to make it there. So if you head to FloCheer.com, we have an article up on the site that has a link to donate. So if you have $1, I would just beg that you go give a little money to support the sport we all know and love.
Support the U.S. national team.
Yeah.
We love to watch them. We watch them every year at ICU. So you guys know how incredible they're going to be when they compete. So
yes, they are.
Whatever you guys can do to help them out.
Yeah. Just
traveling to Poland is not cheap.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially as a college kid.
Right.
We've all been there. Like
Oh
the
my
struggle
gosh.
is real when you're a college kid.
I know.
So
They're about to be selling candy bars.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyways, it's just so exciting, and I can't wait to see them perform. And if you haven't watched them perform, you should definitely go look on YouTube and look up Team USA.
Absolutely.
US National Team videos. They are... It's
mind-blowing. They're mind-blowingly phenomenal.
Truly. Like, it's really
jaw-dropping.
The level of cheerleading that you watch is unlike anything else, because it's those super advanced skills that, are not legal at Worlds even for level 5 teams. So...
and we haven't seen a lot of the ICU sanctioned competitions outside the U.S. You know, a lot of us talk about the competition that happens in Orlando.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool that U.S. is sending a team over there so we can kind of see another, more coverage of a different event. So we'll have more updates as that comes near.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's just very, very exciting, and I can't wait.
Stuff.
So Jess, I think we have a little... Also, fan favorite segment.
Oh, thank you so much for including me. I appreciate it.
I felt bad after you said that.
I'm just kidding. I'm giving you a hard time. Yes, it's time for Ask FloCheer. So we started this segment last week.
Yeah.
We get a lot of questions, so we wanted to give a place to answer them. So if you guys have any questions, you can submit them on social media or on the website. And we do have one really good question this week from one of our fans. All of my friends moved up a level or left, and I'm stuck on level 4. My team is fairly new, and there's a lot of younger girls. I kind of feel out of place. What's your advice on how to make the best of the season? So immediately I thought, wow, you have a huge opportunity there to be a team leader. You are one of the more seasoned people on that team. You shouldn't go through the struggles that a new person on the team should go through.
Right.
So I think that's an exciting opportunity. They're going to be looking for guidance, and that's a big place for you to step up as a role model. So I don't think you should look at it as being stuck on that team, but more of an opportunity to kind of, seize what that's going to teach you.
For sure, because it's like you're going to be a cheerleader for such a short amount of time, like when you consider your whole life. And I think one of the most important things that cheerleading taught me is how to be a good leader, how to be accountable, how to work well with others. And so this to me is so cool that you have been kind of given this opportunity to really grow as a person and kind of help guide people.
Right. And for the friends that moved up, they might not be as comfortable on that team. They're going to be trying to run to catch up. And you're going to have more time to hone those skills, to get comfortable, to become a better performer, and just kind of take all those people under your wing. So.
And at the end of the day, like, especially when you are starting a new team, every team needs a veteran. Like, there's always going to be, questions, and they're always going to need someone to turn to and ask, how does anything run on this team? So that they're going to be that person that people are going to turn to. And again, that just goes into learning how to be a great leader.
And I think another part of this for a coach. So a lot of these questions, there's an element for a coach and an element for an athlete. So on the coach side of this, if you do have teams where you know that someone's friends have moved on, or you have veterans on the team, I think it's always cool to pull them aside after the team's been chosen. And you have your veterans there, and you talk to them about leadership, and you talk to them about how you want them to kind of fill that position on the team, because it's kind of a really special opportunity. So.
And I think a lot of times too, when your coach acknowledges you in that way and says like, hey, I really see you as a veteran and as a leader on this team, and this is such an opportunity, and I would love your help. Kids really rise to that occasion. It's really fun to know your coach sees that in you, and it's such an exciting moment to know, like, wow, this person sees that in me. And it's really kind of validating and exciting.
And as a coach too, like, it's so important to know that you have people that you can count on on your team. Like, if, say you're running late for practice, that you have girls that are going to get everyone and put them on the mat and have them start stretching and warming up so that practice can still be run smooth. So that's also like really, really important.
Yeah. So great question.
Awesome question.
So keep them coming. If you guys have any questions, again, you can leave your name, where you're from, or you can keep it anonymous. You know, we're just here to answer all of your questions. And coaches, you know, you guys can ask questions too, because we do have some coaching experience and we've been through a lot in, you know, all-star cheer. So send them on.
Yeah. Well, now it is time for my favorite, third favorite part of the week. Each week we recap who won the week. It is basically where we find 2 people who did something really awesome in All-Star Cheer, and we put it up to you to vote who won. And last week, we are really proud to say that Crimson Heat's Adriana won the week.
Yay!
So if you are not familiar with her, she is queen, just incredible, most inspirational human. She was in a terrible car accident February 10th of 2018. She actually suffered a fractured skull, a brain injury, a broken leg, and a broken arm. And that all happened back in February. And here she is now on that tumble track doing a standing back tuck. And, you know, it was very scary there for a little bit immediately after. And the cheerleading world has really rallied around her. Actually, this was, to me, one of the most inspirational votes. We got so many people.
Overwhelming amount of people.
Not just voting, but like commenting and asking people to share and just sharing their kind of passion and encouragement for her. She's inspired a lot of people, and her determination to kind of get back into doing what she loves is
awesome.
Like cheerleaders cheering on cheerleaders.
So
exactly.
Cheerleaders are great at cheering.
I know, right? It's so,
even if they're all-star cheerleaders, like they are, it's in their blood.
It's awesome, but she is such a resilient, wonderful, beautiful young woman, and we're just really proud of her. So congratulations on winning the week.
Yay!
And this week we have 2 awesome nominees.
Ooh, do tell.
Mackenzie Johnson from ECE Bombshells.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Cartwheel
double.
Oh,
can you even?
Do you know how hard it is to do a cartwheel double?
No, actually.
Like, to me, I'm like,
actually, no, I cannot.
No, I really cannot fathom. So she does a cartwheel double. To me, I'm like, you have to be really close to a standing double and just need like a little momentum.
A little extra, like
just a little.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I'm like, how incredible. What a phenomenal accomplishment. I
want to see that in a routine.
Don't wish that on her. She's like, I got enough to do.
Maybe if it starts the routine.
If it does.
If it makes it.
If that
I looked at Lindsay and I was like, is that legal?
Automatically win the week. Like I will just give that week to you if that becomes in the Bombshells routine.
Make sure we see it. Use the hashtag automatically win the week.
Yes. But
oh my gosh.
But we have a really good challenger for her.
Yes.
Katie Callan and
I'm sure everyone has seen this already.
Katie Callan and the stunt group from West Georgia All Girl.
It has 709,000 views already.
That is the most crispy backhand spring full up.
I want to see it again. Beautiful.
It really is.
I think someone said that they have vacuums on their hands. They just suck the feet in.
It's pretty. It's beautiful.
Like you could really watch that 1,000 times.
Over and over and over.
Because it is just like textbook execution. So beautiful.
Man. Great job.
Yes.
Good ones.
So that is your nominees for this week.
That's a hard one.
I know.
It's really hard.
Yes. So get your votes in for either Mackenzie Johnson from ECE Bombshells or Katie Callan and her stunt group from West Georgia All Girl.
Love it.
Best of luck.
Gosh.
That's a tough vote.
Really tough.
Love it.
Really, really tough.
But so that's all we got for this week.
Yeah, that's all our news and updates. I hope you guys are riding these positive vibes. I'm just really feeling good this week.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. It's just a normal week. Nothing crazy.
You know, it's good.
Mindset,
right in, like, the fun
mindset,
part
guys.
of summer.
Right.
Just working through stuff, and you know, choreography is coming up.
Yeah. So we're sending you guys these positive vibes. We hope you have an awesome week. Yes. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.